What is perfectly legal but creepy as hell? Smelling strangers. In an obvious way, sniffing, with eye contact, followed by a smile, but from a couple feet away. Why can't it be a couple inches? God didn't want you to have a big one. Just yesterday, a male customer in my pizzeria took a picture of a female customer's butt. Another customer saw and informed her. She was very upset and called the police. We tried to help her, but unfortunately, there is nothing illegal about what he did. I was about to comment if public pictures are illegal. I remember a video of a guy recording a young girl dancing on the sidewalk. Everyone shamed him, but his argument is she shouldn't be dancing there if she doesn't want to be recorded. Yeah, it's technically not illegal. Courts have ruled you have no expectation of privacy when you're out in public. So surveillance cameras and just random creepshots of strangers aren't illegal. There is a guy in our neighborhood that walks his pit bull back and forth in front of the local elementary school with a baseball bat wrapped in Barbedwa McFarley style. He doesn't talk to anyone, and he only does it Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. Edit. I don't go near him, but for one time. My daughter is 14 months old, and we were walking up to the playground and she threw her cuppy out of the stroller. It rolled over by him. I walked over, picked it up, and he looks at me, then looks at her and says, "Cute kid." There are a lot of cute kids these days. I was like, thanks. Edit 2. We live in a small town in Pennsylvania. The police know of the situation, and when new people move into the area they get calls about it. Edit 3. I'm in between Reading and Philly. The guy has done me nor anyone I know any harm, and while I think it's creepy, I wish no ill will towards him. I won't be going any more specific than this, just mainly because it's the internet and some people might out crazy this guy. Other than that, I know zilch about the guy. So, there is an opening for Monday and Wednesday. Staring at strangers intently for an extended period of time. Get ready for some prolonged eye contact. Lick your lips to make them feel comfortable. Licking the air around a stranger's head. This is the taste of a liar. I worked at a public library for a few weeks in university, and we kicked a full-grown man out for printing off too many pictures of Hannah Montana. Not illegal, but apparently you can still be kicked out for unsettling the staff. It's also not illegal to roller skate through a library, but apparently they can still kick you out for it, even if there's no signs or anything. I'm a systems analyst for a government office which acts as an ISP for public K-12 schools. A few years ago I got asked to assist with a situation where a student had reported seeing child pornography on a teacher's personal laptop. Now apparently this student had some behavioral issues in the past and was known for making things up, because the faculty was determined not to approach the teacher or the police until there was concrete evidence. Unfortunately, because it was a personal device, we couldn't legally search it without a court order, so I decided to closely monitor his online activity. I quickly discovered that he was frequently visiting so-called child modeling websites, something I didn't even know existed until then. These sites feature little girls in provocative poses wearing string bikinis and other revealing attire, and because there is no actual nudity, they are completely legal. I presented the data to the school principal, and the teacher was fired for violating the MOU he signed when he connected his laptop to the school Wi-Fi. There was no legal action taken against him, however, and from what I understand they had to be very careful when drafting his termination notice for fear that he could sue for wrongful dismissal. TL. Dr. Simperv was going to websites with toddlers in thongs, and somehow that's legal. Paparazzi 100%. It is considered creepy for me to be taking pictures of my neighbors, but apparently it's fine if it's a celebrity. Always baffled me. I've always wanted to make a magazine dedicated to following the lives of members of the paparazzi, take candid photos of them with their family, write ridiculous articles on what they're eating or wearing. Ideally, intrude on their privacy so much they complain, and then point out the delicious irony. I'd call it Paparazzi the Paparazzi Edit. Okay, everyone seems to love this. Please feel free to steal it. I don't live in the States, and there isn't a huge amount of paparazzi where I live, so I wouldn't be able to pull this off. If anyone can, please be my guest. Make sure to send me a link, as I'd love to see this idea take flight. Daniel Radcliffe pissed off the paparazzi once by wearing the same outfit publicly for weeks. Not the same outfit, just the same jacket. He'd had a different top on underneath, but wore the same jacket, so it looked as though he was wearing the same clothes in every image. PFFT, I wear the same jacket all the time. Look who thinks they're Daniel Radcliffe. The reason for this, I don't think you made quite clear in the comment, was that the photos couldn't be proved to be new. After all, the papers already had a picture of Daniel leaving that bar with that jacket on, so why buy another one? And devaluing a photo of you is the quickest way to stop the paparazzi bothering. I know Kristen Stewart flips the double-birded paparazzi, so they can't use her picture because it's considered profanity. Purchasing rope, condoms and nighttime sleep aids at the same time. That a rapist has parental rights and can sue their victim for child custody. My mother set a precedent in a certain state after her rapist tried to sue for parental rights after signing them away as part of his plea deal. He was in prison for kidnapping my sister and leaving her in a freezing car in the projects. Doors unlocked. She wasn't even 3. He, in fact, did not win. Good horror movies. Sitting in your car and pointing a head rear at passing traffic. Cannibalism. Fact, cannibalism isn't illegal, just the murder part is. One of my friends has said that when she dies she wants her family to eat her. Hey, quick question, what the fuck? Standing too close to total strangers. Covering your naked body in peanut butter and dry humping a couch for viewers online. Is this just off the top of your head, or is there context to this? Do I kink shame you? Kink shaming is my kink. In Victoria, Australia, it is legal to have sex in a toilet cubicle as long as the door is closed and locked, be it same sex or opposite sex partners. Watching people while slowly and seductively lick a popsicle, eat a banana without breaking eye contact, slow at first and then ravenously. Parents allowing consent for marriage before a child is 18. I'm 22 and nowhere near ready to get married. Sounds like a big mess. Telling people you're on birth control so you can intentionally get pregnant and then demanding child support for 18 years. I've heard it's become illegal in Switzerland. Lying about pill, STDs etc before a sexual intercourse revokes any consent and is considered rape. This makes sense. Consent is only consent if it's informed. If someone says they are STD free when they know full and well that they have AIDS or some shit, then that's material information that might have changed your decision to sleep with them. The consent given at that point can't be considered valid. Crop dusting children when their parents leave them unattended at the mall. Sitting next to someone on a bus/public transport when there are other empty seats available. Edit. Well, this kinda did that whole blow up thing. RIP my inbox. Or someone peeing in a urinal right beside yours when there are others available. Or standing behind them instead and asking them intently if they are going to be done soon because you really need to pee. This happened to my parents on an empty plane. They were the first to board and then the third guy sat in their row. It was not assigned seating and was a Boeing 777, so he had like 300 other options. They were so creeped out that they looked pleadingly at the flight attendant and she came over and reseated him somehow. Peeping Tom. As long as you're not on the property of the person you're peeping, then it's not illegal. Can't cannibalism is absolutely terrifying. There was a story I read a few years ago about a guy who got in a motorcycle crash. His foot was so damaged it had to be amputated. So the surgery was successful and the guy woke up and asked what they were gonna do with his foot, and the doctor told him they would dispose of it unless the guy wanted it. So the guy took it home and called his friends over for a BBQ. They found out what it was and still ate it. Turns out that it's perfectly legal. If the person you're eating says it's okay, you can eat them all up. When I was in the police academy and we were learning the state laws, our instructors would write out scenarios and we'd have to decide if a crime was committed, and b, if so, what the charge would be. I recall one where police were dispatched to a call of a 60-year-old man sitting in his car watching children on a playground. Police run the plates and everything comes back clean. Ask the man for his ID, which he hands over, and he is the registered owner of the car and is also clean. But he is still sitting in his car watching children play. Creepy, very creepy, but not illegal. Sitting right next to a stranger in an empty movie theater. Money doublers in RuneScape. Drop all your cash and press Alt F4, then when you pick it up again it will be doubled. Flashback to Darkscape. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that bell to turn on notifications, so you'll be sure to know when the next video comes out. Want to watch some more? Check out my other videos. I really do appreciate everyone who helps make these videos possible. And as always, thanks for watching.